On today's JMO with Josh and Joe, we talk NBA, baby. The finals are fucking set.
Finals are here.
We have the Miami Heat versus the Denver Nuggets. We recap the Eastern Conference Finals. Nick Nurse to Philly. It sounds like the process is dying.
It's dying.
You tune in to see what we mean there. Lonzo Ball done for his career, maybe. And we have the finals preview. Then we go into OTDISH on this date in sports history. We do a little NFL talk. Where is DeAndre Hopkins going to go?
Yo.
Where is he going to go?
Who knows?
Then we talk a little Brooks Koepka. We both have man crushes on Brooks Koepka.
Absolutely.
A little hockey talk to finish it off. Who's going to win the Stanley Cup?
Let's rock and roll.
Welcome to JMO, Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, May 30th. It's May 30th.
Took you a second there.
Yeah. And, dude, Miami Heat, congratulations to the Miami Heat. Fucking Eastern Conference Finals champion. Moving on, it's going to be Miami versus Denver. Let's do a quick recap of this 7-game series. We had, Miami went up 0-3. Then the Celtics won 3 in a row. Or Miami went up 3-0. And then the Celtics won 3 in a row. Let's talk about Game 6. Actually, no, we'll go in order because we talked about Game 4 last podcast because that was going on while the podcast was going on.
Yep.
Let's talk about Game 5. Game 5 was good. It was kind of like they were just riding off of Game 4.
Yep.
We had a good Jason Tatum played well. They took Robert Williams out of the starting lineup. I think I don't know if that was Joe Mazzulla's call or what, but Robert Williams he's a good defensive presence, but offensively he just doesn't do anything for the team.
I mean, he'll do some alley-oops, you know.
Every now and then.
He do some alley-oops.
Yeah, but it's not. It's almost like his plus minus. I think is that what the statisticians say? The plus minus. Yeah. The plus minus I don't think is good. So took him out. Game 5 was good. Game 6, on the other hand, Derek White is the definition of a hustle guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just the definition, and this was a W for the hustle guys.
Yes.
Incredible play at the end of the game. Like it was just like one of those things like. You draw it up in movies almost.
Yeah, you talking about Game 6?
Or Game 6, yes.
Yeah, Game 6. Yeah, the final for that. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, the whole series you could actually chalk it up to the hustle guys. You know, they came alive, like you said. Derek White. Honestly, Derek White looked like the number one in Game 7.
Honestly, he looked like the number one in Game 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, and then Caleb Martin looked like number one in Game 6.
Okay,
or Game 7.
I think people are going way overboard with this Eastern Conference Final MVP. Nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody fucking listens. Nobody remembers or records the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Nobody. It doesn't matter. So the whole debate of Caleb Martin versus Jimmy Butler for the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Stop it.
Who was Eastern Conference Final MVP last year?
Yeah, exactly. Who was Eastern Conference Final MVP 06?
Yeah, that one's probably hard. Yeah, I was thinking
06, 07, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can do any of them.
Yeah, I was thinking Jason Tatum probably was the MVP last year.
Probably. And you can probably just say LeBron for most of those.
Yeah, most of everything. Either LeBron or Steph.
Yeah. That's true. You say LeBron or Steph and you probably got it. But nobody fucking cares. Nobody remembers that. Everybody remembers the finals MVP. Yep. That's all that matters.
Yep.
So, yeah. Caleb Martin, great fucking dude. It's another hustle guy. He is another hustle guy. You're right.
Another hustle guy that just, it was a big win for him. It's a big win for him.
Big W for hustle guys. Like Dennis Rodman right now is looking at this and just smiling.
He's smiling, yes.
He's smiling. I don't know what he looks like these days, but he's smiling.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'll maybe half of his teeth are, gold.
Gold? No, actually, half of his face. He probably went like half Michael Jackson.
Okay.
He probably is like half white, half black.
He probably looks
like a mime right now.
A mime?
Yeah. Like
doesn't even talk?
No, probably not.
Maybe maybe his whole mouth is just pierced shut.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. He just got like those lip rings, except they just close. They're through both lips, and they just close his mouth.
Yeah, they just kind of Deadpooled him in some way.
Yeah, they Deadpooled him. Anyways, back to hustle guys. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty insane.
Yeah.
That was the. It's almost like. It was weird because that Game 6 and Derek White single-handedly made me kind of want the Celtics to win Game 7. As much as I hate to admit that.
It really changed your perspective, like, completely. Because it was like, oh, Miami's about to do this. They're about to do it at home, get themselves to the finals, and then just all of a sudden, just this little, like, actually kind of white-ish guy just comes up and, just taps it in.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is light skinned.
He is light skinned, but he's like one of my favorite players in the NBA right now. Like it's like he knows his role, but he's not the most talented person on the team, but he tries so fucking hard.
Oh yeah,
he's Matthew Dellavedova. He's the Boston Celtics version of Matthew Dellavedova.
Yep,
it's awesome. I love watching it. It's just a little weird. His hairline is way back, and his eyes kind of pop out of his head. But other than that, he's awesome.
Well, that's not honestly that is a criteria for being like a good ball player. I mean, check out LeBron James. Michael Jordan had to shave his head bald because of his hairline.
True.
So like that actually is kind of more of a criteria than anything. And then LeBron, yeah, he might have enough money to actually hide it, but
he doesn't.
But yeah, he still doesn't hide it.
Actually, it's just being ugly in the NBA is kind of a thing.
Okay. It is, actually.
They have the NBA. If you haven't seen it, go look it up on YouTube. The NBA all ugly team.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
It's fucking amazing. And they got some really ugly dude. Greg Oden, remember him back in the day? Very ugly.
Russell Westbrook, you remember him?
He's pretty ugly. Yeah, they got some ugly ass dudes. Who's the alien dude? Oh my god, the guy that looks like an alien. He played on the Celtics way back in the day. Fuck, I can't remember his name. Hang on. Yeah, I gotta look it up because this guy was alien looking
guy, basketball player.
Yeah. No, why can't I fucking find it? It should have been like the first thing up.
Was it Ray Allen?
No. Fuck. All right, hang on. I'm a. This is great podcasting right here.
Yeah.
ET looking basketball player.
You gotta put like Boston Celtics.
Oh, there it is. What's his name?
That dude.
Yes, what's his name?
I don't know.
God, I can't think of his name. Why can't I think of his fucking name?
Right there, he's on the Clippers.
I know. No, well, yeah, but he was a Celtics guy. Whatever.
He was a Celtics guy.
I'll figure it out. Let's see. All right. So we talked about Game 6 a little bit. Game 7, the Miami Heat just kind of dominated, right?
It was a little underwhelming. Like when I watch a Game 7, it doesn't matter who I'm pulling for because I even put money on Miami.
Sam Cassell. That's the name of the guy.
There
Sam
you
Cassell.
go.
All right, I got it.
It always comes up whenever you change the subject,
Well, like physically we changed the subject, but mentally I was still stuck on it.
You were still stuck on it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like somebody else is completely talking about a different topic, and that's when it pops up.
Yeah,
you just hear somebody yelling over everybody.
Why? I don't know why my brain works like that, but anyway.
I think it's everybody.
I think it's just a brain thing.
Yeah.
If you have a brain. Anyways, what were we talking about?
We were talking about
Game 7.
Yeah.
Caleb Martin, he's awesome. It's awesome. He's a good story. One of the twins from Nevada. You remember those two? He had Caleb Martin and his twin brother. I can't remember, but they when Nevada was down, they would just start chucking threes, and they would get Nevada out of these sticky situations. It was great. So it's nice to see him fucking thriving. His brother actually was the one drafted, and he was undrafted. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, it's a cool story. Let's see. Yeah, there really wasn't much from Game 7. I mean, Boston kind of made it a game by the end of the third quarter, because they had a good third quarter. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it was just kind of a blowout. It was like you got the fans back in it in the third quarter, and then at the fourth quarter, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler just took over.
just took over. Yeah, it was underwhelming. Like I was saying, I put my money on Miami, so I wanted Miami at least keep it close because I had them spread with plus 7.5 because I thought that was pretty ridiculous.
That was so ridiculous.
Yeah, I slammed money on 7.5. But you know what it was? It was definitely the hype that they were able to generate from the referees.
Yes, did you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a complete setup by Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas cashed in on this game so fucking hard.
Yeah,
they cashed in so hard because the Heat against this officiating crew was 0-10, right?
What was it? Tony Jefferson,
Scott Foster, Tony, what's his face? Scott Foster was the head ref.
Yeah.
And what the combination of referees that they had at this game, the Miami Heat was 0-10. So, like...
Tony Brothers.
Okay. Yeah. So, they were 0-10 versus combination of this lineup of referees.
Yeah.
And, like, that was the storyline. It was like, oh, this is all set up, blah, blah, blah. So, everyone and their grandmother obviously put money on the Celtics. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, it was kind of like the sure bet, right?
Yeah.
The fact that, like, you and I, because we're woke... We're sports woke.
Okay.
It's sports woke. SW.
Sports woke.
SW. Sports woke.
So we're SWOKE.
We're SWOKE. Nice. Well done. So we're SWOKE, and we figured out that plus 7.5 Miami was the absolute way to go.
Yeah.
So, like, there was a no-brainer and it ended up panning out. Like, Vegas cashed in so well.
Well, the criteria for being SWOKE is to follow the money. So, like, Vegas is always going to win.
Yes.
Like, the house is always going to win. So,
honestly, you could do that in any aspect of life, not just sports. You just follow the money.
Follow the money. The house will always win.
Yeah.
So, you bet with the house.
What was that? Jesus said, the truth will set you free.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is money. That's all it is.
And the house will set you free.
And the house will set you free, yeah. Stay SWOKE, fellas. Stay SWOKE. Question for you, Joe. When is Missoula getting fired? Because I think, honestly, I kind of expected him to be fired already.
Yeah, I did too. And he also broke the rule for coaches talk. So you can't be like a new coach and give short answers to the press. You have to explain yourself.
You have to earn short answers.
You have to earn short answers. And he's like, that's the thing. Like, okay, Greg Popovich, Bill Belichick, they've earned the short answers, and most of the time they actually did give good answers to, like, whenever they were younger. It's just that they've been around so long and they get just so tired of the media that they give those short answers. And honestly, it's like it's well deserved.
Yes, they give good answers to good questions.
Yes.
If I'm being honest, they pick and choose their battles, if you will. Mm-hmm. Like Marshawn Lynch, he got so good and he was just like, fuck you. Yeah. I'm not saying a fucking word. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
But if you're a rookie coach and you're trying to pull these moves off now, you're just going to come across as like a newbie. You're just like, you don't even know how to answer these questions.
Yeah, like you come across as dumb.
Yes. And like you don't know what you're doing.
And he doesn't know what he's doing. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing, and he sounds like he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. He sounds like he's a coach with a lot of talent.
Yes. And I think Brad Stevens has a soft spot for him. I think that's what it is. I think Brad Stevens has a soft spot for him. Honestly, just fucking coach, Brad Stevens. Just fucking coach. You have the talent there. All right, so if they fire Missoula, it'll be 4 coaches in 4 years. They'll fire Missoula and then rehire a coach. It'll be 4 coaches in 4 years. Now, the Ime Udoka stuff, obviously, that... I don't think they should have fired him. I think they should have just let him serve his year-long suspension and brought him back. Because I think Ime Udoka is actually a really, really good coach.
I mean, he's proven it. He's already gone to the finals.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, he's good. He's just really fucking horny. He just can't keep his dick in his pants.
He's the Deshaun Watson of the NBA. I mean... and Deshaun Watson's still playing. I mean, granted, he did get traded, but that was more Deshaun Watson than anything.
I agree. I'm pretty sure the Texans probably would have kept him.
They would have kept him. They would just been like, hey, give you your suspension, whatever the NFL wants to do, but we'll keep you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're that desperate of a franchise.
I don't know, man. They're making power moves right now. But yeah, let's stay on the NBA. Missoula, he's got to be getting fired here soon, right? He's just not a good coach. He's really just not. Like, if you're just talking, like, I'm talking X's and O's, like game management, calling timeouts. He had challenges. He had one of the worst challenges in Game 6.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It put on an extra 0.9 seconds onto the clock, which gave Derek White time. But it also gave Jimmy Butler 3 fucking free throws. You saw that? He was initially only going to shoot 2 free throws, but he challenged it and it gave him 3 free throws. That's what put them up by 1 point.
By 1 point.
Yeah. So it was the dumbest fucking challenge of all time. Like, that's a bonehead move. That's a rookie coach move that shouldn't be giving one-word answers to the press.
Yeah, it shows the rookie, shows the young, shows the kind of the emotional side taking over. You know, so like you're kind of flipping out on like a game controller if you're playing NBA 2K.
Smashing the buttons.
Yeah, just smashing the buttons, and it just like it challenges the play immediately.
All right, we gotta talk about Jaylen Brown. We gotta talk about Jaylen Brown here. He didn't look very good. Let's put it this way. He doesn't look like he's worth a supermax deal.
No, that wasn't $300 million on display in the series.
No. And honestly, if you kind of look at it, he's been pretty good, but he's been second to Tatum all year.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like he's better as a second role, but I think he's reluctant to actually accept that.
Right, and he's not going to take second role money.
It's honestly, it's kind of the equivalent of like what Kyrie did with LeBron. Like, he refused to, say that he was a number 2. So he actually went on to the Celtics, actually.
Yeah, he did. He just can't. I don't think he can dribble with his left hand.
No, he does not have a left hand. It's
at all.
Honestly, it's the equivalent of what I was thinking. Remember that movie Zoolander?
Yes.
You know how he
one of the
couldn't
greatest
take
movies of all time.
Yeah, you know how he couldn't take a left turn.
Yeah,
and he lost that street challenge
he
model walk.
He couldn't do the underwear trick because he couldn't turn left.
Yeah, that's basically. I mean, there was a low light reel, not a highlight reel, but a low light reel of him every time he went to his left hand, and it was like a turnover.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
It was wild. You have to be able to, like, you're in the NBA, man. You have to learn how to dribble, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on. He had 8 turnovers. Also to go with 1 of 9 from the 3-point line in game 7.
Yeah.
That's not good. You're not going to get $300 million. Well, he probably will get $300, but you're not going to get $300 million from the Celtics. You're not going to get the supermax deal from the Celtics.
They would do like a sign and trade deal because I mean, the only team that can sign a supermax is the Celtics. The
Celtics, right?
But they could do
the new CBA rules.
Yeah, but they could do a sign and trade where they sign him and then trade him.
Right. That's true. He needs. He should probably just get a new mask. Maybe go with a clear mask, like a Rip Hamilton vibe.
Yeah. The whole
or the Cody Kessler.
Or the Cody Kessler.
Dude, Cody Kessler's so fucking ugly. It's insane.
Yeah.
He looked like he did a 100-yard dash in a 90-yard gym.
Yeah, he looks like that. He looks like he's, still playing basketball in a rec league at 45, 50 years old.
Yeah, exactly. He's just he is the rec league version of the NBA. He's just so fucking tall that he can actually afford it. Or
yes.
he can be in the NBA.
Yes.
That's it. Cody Kessler, damn. Ugly ass white dude. Get a tan, dude. You're a fucking millionaire. Get a tan.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like these guys could do something.
They can do something. Like, do something with your hair. Like, or I don't know what. I don't care. Like, look, I'm 5'10". I get a tan. I work on myself. Like, I don't have hair, but I'm also not a millionaire.
Yeah.
So I wear a hat. That's my fucking solution to that.
Yeah, that's the cheap version.
That's the cheap version. Yeah. I brush my teeth every fucking day. I floss and I use mouthwash because I can't afford veneers. That's it. So, yeah, there's my smile. Cheese. Cheese, bitches. But, yeah, come on. If you're a millionaire and you're ugly, that's your fault. Let's see. What else we got? Do you have anything else from the Eastern Conference Finals?
No. I was glad to see there was a Game 7.
Yeah, me too.
But congrats to the Miami Heat.
Fuck yeah.
I think it's going to make for a good finals.
I was just really upset with myself that I was rooting for the Celtics.
At a certain point.
Yeah, like a part of me wanted to see it happen. Like the storyline would have been amazing. Like you got the fucking Boston Red Sox coming back down 0-3 in the versus the Yankees in 04. You got the Patriots coming back in 2016 versus Atlanta, and then you'd have the Boston Celtics come. It was like the storyline was just so fucking perfect.
Yeah,
but nobody likes Boston fans except for Boston fans. So me finding myself rooting for Boston kind of sucked.
Yeah. But as we've seen in recent years with, Philadelphia teams, it's now South Florida teams.
It is. It's South Florida.
Yeah.
That's it. South Florida owns Boston.
It pretty much does.
Yeah, they beat the Bruins. The Florida Panthers beat the Bruins. The Miami Heat beat the fucking Celtics. They move over whoever the fucking governor of Massachusetts is. Ron DeSantis is in.
He's in.
He's in, I guess. As much as you probably don't like it. All right, well, let's go. Let's see. We'll get to the finals preview, but we do have LeBron trying to take over the spotlight. So he's basically a child or that annoying boyfriend or girlfriend that if they're not in the spotlight, they get mad and try and get in the spotlight.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So LeBron's trying to make this all about him in that he's just posting like cryptic Instagram stories about his retirement and just talking about, oh, I might retire. Shut the fuck up. You're not retiring, LeBron. You're definitely not going to fucking retire.
No, he's not going to retire. He's going to make that announcement that he's coming back. He's going to, because he's seen what Tom Brady's done, so he's just going to follow in that footsteps.
Honestly, he's probably going to do like Coach K did and do a retirement tour.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's going to announce that he's retiring after a season.
Well, Kobe did a retirement tour.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up, LeBron.
LeBron's probably going to do 2-year retirement tour. He's gonna run it back for an encore.
He's got to one up.
Yes, he's gonna have to one up Kobe.
Yes, he's got to one up everybody pretty much. Nobody does 2-year retirement tours.
Yeah,
but he's just making it about him. It's classic selfish LeBron James. He's like, I got swept, so I'm gonna throw a hissy fit and fucking talk about something that isn't gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's it. Nick Nurse to Philly. We got to talk about this. Nick Nurse to Philly. How do you feel?
Well, they trade the doc for a nurse.
Yeah, well, they're downgrading.
They're downgrading, but overall there's health issues in Philadelphia. The process is in critical condition.
They're in critical condition. Honestly, it's like that old person that's in the hospital and the doctors have done all they can do, but it's so fucking hopeless that they just put a nurse in there to just kind of ease the dying process.
Ease the process. Okay.
That's basically what Philadelphia is right now.
So we've gone from trusting the process to easing the process.
To easing the dying process.
Okay.
Yeah. So easing the process. Yeah, you're right. So trusting the process to easing it.
Easing
it's
down.
going down.
Just let it down softly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just need a nurse to be able to poke you with a needle, take your IV, and everything like that. They're just basically waiting for the 76ers process to die.
Yeah. I mean, it's already peaked. It's got its MVP.
It did. That's the process's fucking peak.
Yeah.
Peaked. They peaked all over nothing. I don't think Nick Nurse will do bad in Philly. He won't win I don't think he'll win a championship with the current roster, but I don't know. I feel like he's taking over like a pretty shitty situation because they got to get rid of James Harden. In my opinion, I think just my opinion. James Harden's got to go.
A JMO segment.
He's got to go. James Harden can't be there anymore.
Well, I don't think he matches Nick Nurse's philosophy.
I don't either. I think Joel Embiid is awesome. I think they need an alpha. They need a viper. They need a fucking Jimmy Butler type of person to be with Joel Embiid.
Oh, so they need Jimmy Butler back.
Well, they're not going to. I'm saying Jimmy Butler type.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler-esque.
I know.
If you will. But yeah, if they could get Jimmy Butler back, they could. Jimmy Butler, actually, going back to that, I know we're jumping all over the place, but he's starting to show his age, but he's fighting.
Well, he's got that Mamba mentality.
He does. It's like this. Unlike Al Horford. Al Horford is old. He's fucking old.
He's old.
And you can tell he's old.
He's older than LeBron.
Is he really?
No, he's younger than LeBron.
Okay.
He's a little bit younger than LeBron.
Yeah, I was about to say LeBron came into the league in 03. Al Horford was on the 06-07 Florida team.
Yeah, I forgot. No, I meant to say he's just slightly younger, but he seems like he's older.
Yeah, he's been playing like he's older than LeBron. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he definitely looked, because like you get a really good first half of Al Horford, and then second half it's just like
Just waits by the 3.
yeah. I do have to point out, I'm sorry. Game 7, Jason Tatum did go down with probably a sprained ankle or whatever. He did roll his ankle.
Yeah, well, I mean, he
to
got
say
that
that.
excuse out early. He was able to get that excuse, like, hey, I had the rolled ankle. It's not my problem.
Yeah, and
not my fault.
I was also listening to a podcast earlier, and do you remember in the Super Bowl when Patrick Mahomes rolled his ankle in the first half, and they shot him up with Michael's Secret stuff,
Oh yeah.
and he came back healthier than ever? They pointed out like he did not look Jason Tatum. They did not shoot him up with Michael's Secret stuff.
Well, that's what the commentators were mentioning, and what made me believe they convinced me was that there wasn't much wrong with him because he went to the sideline and nobody was working on him.
So it was all fake,
I don't know.
or he got ahead of losing early.
He got ahead of losing.
That's
early,
a losing
yes.
mentality.
Yes.
You gotta get rid of that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That's loser talk.
Yeah.
Loser talk.
That's not. It's the opposite of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler makes predictions like a year from now.
Right.
He's like, hey, we won't lose again.
Yes.
And they didn't.
No, they didn't. Let's see. Other NBA news. Lonzo Ball, I think, is done for his career. Is that what you were telling me that earlier?
Sadly enough, so this is basically it. He had experimental cartilage replacement surgery. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to try to prove I am or whatever. I'm not Doc Rivers or anything like that. But when I hear experimental before surgery, that just doesn't go well with me.
No, that means they're trying something new.
Yeah.
It's an experiment. You do experiments on something that you hypothesize in order to create a theory, in order to create a law. So
Someone was paying attention in science class.
yes, I was.
Nice.
That was the only thing I paid attention to in science class. I'm a big math guy. Numbers make sense to me. That's it. But yeah, so unfortunately, because I like Lonzo Ball, and I know there was a lot. Remember when LeVar Ball controversy, blah blah blah. Lonzo Ball was always fucking fun. He was fun to watch at UCLA. He's fun to watch in the NBA too. It's just he got a bad rep because his dad's a fucking idiot.
Well, I felt like he was the only one that actually kept his mouth shut and then just played ball.
I think so too. I agree. But he got a bad rep. All right. I don't want to say LeVar Ball was an idiot because I think he was kind of low-key a marketing genius.
Genius, yes.
Yeah. I think he was a marketing genius, and he did what he needed to do. He sold $400 shoes that fell apart.
Yeah, and, hey, he sold his sons too.
Yeah, he did.
Basically.
He basically, yeah, he did. And LaMelo Ball actually can ball. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And their last name's Ball, which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
But, I don't like to see Lonzo Ball leaving. It's kind of bittersweet. That's kind of bitter for me.
I don't think it's not completely ruled out yet, but, like I said, experimental surgery doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. Hopefully, maybe the experiment might prove to, work out. Hopefully. Let's I'm going to go with that. All right, let's go to the finals preview. Pretty much the Heat versus Nuggets. I know we differ on this opinion, but I hope it's not a sweep.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just I'm begging for a 5-game.
Well, like all the analysts do, when you look at it on paper, it definitely looks like a lopsided matchup. But
It looks like a sweep.
that's also what every single other series that the Miami Heat has done has looked thus far.
Yeah, but they haven't played a Nikola Jokic.
They didn't play a Giannis.
They did play a Giannis.
Who was supposed to guard Giannis?
That's true. But honestly, if you put Giannis up against Nikola Jokic 1-on-1, who you got?
I don't know.
I got Jokic. Jokic is dominant.
I don't know, but Giannis has won a finals.
Yeah, well, that's because they had Bobby Portis.
Oh, because Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis is
crazy eyes. Bobby Portis.
Yes. Bobby Portis is the engine that makes that fucking car run. That is him. Bobby Portis is that. He is him. That I think he's the Caleb Martin of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay.
He's the guy that makes that fucking team go.
Yeah.
I like Chris Middleton. Connaughton's good. Giannis is obviously a fucking MVP. But
Drew Holiday.
I love Drew Holiday. I miss him so much.
I know.
I miss him. But yeah, no, they got Bobby Portis. He's the guy. He's the fucking Viper there. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be 4-1 Nuggets.
Honestly, when I was looking at it too, because like I said, on paper this looks very lopsided. So I do have Denver in 5.
Okay, so you do too.
Yeah.
Even though you do bring up a good point with the Miami Heat beating Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And they beat the MVP in Philadelphia.
No, that was the Celtics.
Never mind. I completely mixed that up.
Yeah.
No,
they beat the Knicks.
The Knicks.
The Knicks weren't very
good.
And
the Knicks were up and coming.
They are kind of up and coming. They do have a pretty young and talented roster, but
point being is this kind of looks like the equivalent of the 2011 Mavs when Dirk just went off. And
okay, that's what you were getting at.
That's where I was trying to get at.
Got it.
Where they went an insane run and beat a bunch of teams that they weren't supposed to.
In order for the Heat to win this, it's going to have to go to Game 7, and Jimmy Butler's going to have to dig deep. He's got to dig deep and find some type of energy and some type of fucking flow that he hasn't found in a long fucking time.
Yeah, because while he did have a good series, Eastern Conference series, I think he's gonna have to even be better.
He's got to be
against
better.
the Nuggets.
I agree. And it wasn't like that was his best series so far. Jimmy Butler, like he was the best. He deserved to win the MVP of that series. Actually, I think probably Derek White should have, but that's you can't give the MVP to a player on the losing team,
on the opposing team,
right? So like but he's got to like come out like I'm talking like 40 point. He's got to put up like a 1 or 2 40-point games, maybe a 50-point game. Like he's got to throw up some type of numbers like that and be the fucking guy because he is. He's the head of the fucking monster that is the Miami Heat.
Yep,
for lack of better words.
Yep.
But yeah. Okay, so we both got Nuggets in 4 or Nuggets in 5.
Yep.
Cool. You got anything else on the NBA?
That's about it.
All right, let's get to OTDISH. On this date in sports history, do you want to go first?
All right, let's see here. On 1922, the Cubs and Cardinals trade outfielders in between a morning and afternoon games of doubleheader. Max Flack goes to St. Louis, and Cliff Heathcote heads to Chicago.
Both great names.
Yes, both great names. But yeah, got traded mid doubleheader.
So like they played for one team in the first game, and then played
for the other team. Yeah, they both got a hit for the in the second game for their new teams. That's got to be the most bizarre thing ever.
How awkward is that?
Very awkward. That's like basically breaking up with your ex and then just seeing them at dinner with somebody else the next night.
That day. That day. Like you break up with them at lunch and then you see them with someone else at dinner.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
It's weird.
I don't know how that can those trades happen? Wait, when was this? 1922?
1922, so there was no rules back then.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think trades can happen that quickly. It's like the owners use them as like a deck of cards. It's like, here, do you want to trade this guy for this guy?
No.
Like I said, these right there. I mean, like, come on, let's just swap. Let's see. In 1890, I have two very similar ones. In 1890, first baseman Dave Fouts hits Brooklyn Bridegroom's first ever home run during a doubleheader on defeats to Chicago Colts at Washington Park. But the point is the Brooklyn Bridegrooms.
I was about to say, give me that mascot again.
Brooklyn Bridegrooms. These big ass fucking teams sat down. They had a meeting with their PR team and their marketing team, and they sat down and said, "Hey, Bridegrooms is a good mascot."
I guess they were thinking like, oh, what matches with runs? And it's like a bridegroom runs
Oh, they do?
runs away,
Oh, they runaway bride?
runaway brides.
Oh. I don't have much experience with that.
I don't know. Maybe that was an 1890 thing.
That might have been an 1890 thing. But yeah, the bridegrooms. What's your next one?
All right, and let's see, 1970, Tigers Alkine, collides with another player and swallows his tongue.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Baseball.
Read that again.
So Tigers Alkine collides with another player while running the bases and swallows his tongue.
Oh, he probably had a seizure.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. See, like, all right. So this is where my brain goes half of the time. When you said swallows his tongue, I'm thinking he swallowed the tongue of the player he collided with.
Oh, no.
So like
no.
they tongue punched each other's mouth, and one of them swallowed the other person's tongue.
Yeah. No.
That's where my dumb brain goes sometimes.
They were just doing things in full motion with like mouths wide open.
Yeah, that.
It's kind of how
mouths wide open.
Nice. It's kind of how I play sports. You know.
Oh, it's how Michael Jordan played sports.
Like, well, yeah. If I'm shooting something, like my mouth has got to be open. If I'm throwing like cornhole, my mouth's open.
Yeah. All the greats did it.
Well, it's great form.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Jackson, when he sang, his mouth was open.
Yeah. I think that's actually kind of a required in order to get something out of that.
Well, I mean, but am I wrong?
I mean, technically, no, you're not wrong.
I'm not
because
wrong,
they could
right?
have been a ventriloquist.
But I'm still not wrong.
Okay, you're not wrong. I guess is that what you wanted to get at?
I'm just saying the greats have their mouths open. Like
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, every time he went for a layup, his tongue was out.
His tongue was out.
So I just thought maybe those two players were, French kissing, and he swallowed one of the other guy's tongue.
If you want to think of it that way.
But most likely he just fucking collided with them and then had a seizure.
Probably so.
I like my version better. Anyways, in 1894, this is along the same lines. In 1894, the Boston Bean Eaters. Again, 1894, the Boston Bean Eaters, second baseman Bobby Lowe was the first. Goes back to your OTDISH last week. Was the first to hit 4 home runs in an MLB game.
Nice.
Yeah, it was in a 20-11 win against the Cincinnati Reds.
It's a lot of scoring.
Yeah, 20-11. That's the baseball I'm trying to fucking watch.
Right.
But yeah, the Boston Bean Eaters. The reason why they scored so many is because they farted every time they fucking went up to bat.
The Bean Eaters. Yeah. Like, is that an intimidating thing? Because you're farting so much?
I don't know. Beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. So you eat your beans at every meal.
I mean, could be something to it.
That
might have been the most intimidated people, were the ones that were the Bean Eaters.
Well, they definitely weren't intimidating they were more intimidating than the bridegrooms.
The bridegrooms, yeah.
I don't know how that's intimidating.
I mean, they did switch their name. The bridegrooms did switch their name to the Dodgers, didn't they?
Yeah,
At one point.
they ended up switching. It was the Brooklyn Dodgers. Nice,
Yeah.
you did your research. Good for you, bud.
I did some research.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I basically bridegrooms dodging the marriage, that it was a good transition.
Wow, yeah, that's they're on this kind of the same line there, bud.
A little bit.
Oh, nice, good for you. Do you have another one?
Yep, 1935 was, on this date, it was Babe Ruth's final at-bat.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
I mean, you're that famous of a baseball player, they know when your last day was.
Your last at bat, yeah.
At-bat.
I mean, he's a great Bambino. He's probably the best baseball player of all time.
Most iconic.
Definitely most iconic, and an alcoholic. So cheers to that, brother.
But you can get away with that, If you're that famous, and you got that great of a name for baseball,
So
you can get away with it.
I can't get away with it.
No.
Cheers, genitals. All right, let's go. Let's get to the NFL. There's only one thing I really. All right, NFL. Hang on. Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
100 days till the NFL season, brother.
Nice.
Today officially marks the 100-day mark. It is the countdown. I will have it on my calendar. The countdown starts today. 100 days to the NFL fucking season, baby. Let's fucking go.
See, whenever you can actually make a countdown and it's not triple digits, it makes it more bearable. Now the rest of the offseason is more bearable.
You're absolutely correct. Because every time I do a car ride, and it's a very long car ride, the countdown starts when my GPS says 99 miles an hour.
Okay.
When it's not triple digit mile or
When
not
it's 99 miles an hour.
No.
Man,
99 miles. I'm fucking flying, dude.
Fucking flying.
No, 99 miles till your destination.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Like after you hit that century mark, 99 miles. That's when the countdown starts, baby.
That's when it starts.
That's when it starts.
Countdowns are just like brackets. It makes sense to us.
Yeah, it does. I like countdowns.
Countdowns are great. I mean,
Dun, 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 dun,
hey,
dun.
how do you think we went to the moon? It was because of a countdown. It wasn't because of the science.
That all started with the countdown.
It wasn't rocket science. It was the countdown.
It's a countdown. Yes, that's all that. It's the only thing that fucking matters.
Yeah.
That's what keeps humanity going is the countdown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the final countdown. Yeah, it's the countdown. That's
We're in a singing mood today.
Yeah, we are. I like it. Okay, my only NFL news I have. All right? So the Cardinals released DeAndre Hopkins, and they released him before they had to for some reason. I can't remember the exact reason, but they released DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, it was because of the post June 1st destination or something like that.
They would have owed him like $54 million or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they released DeAndre Hopkins. Unfortunately, I think DeAndre Hopkins is going to end up with the Chiefs.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got what is it? I've got where D-Hop's going to land. The heavy favorites, Bills and the Chiefs.
The Bills and the Chiefs. I know, but like, dude, what
it makes a lot of sense.
Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl with fucking nobody. They have. And they need somebody now because Juju Smith-Schuster's gone. So basically, all they have is Kadarius Toney and who? Sky Moore? Sky fucking Moore? That's it. That's all they have. They need a DeAndre Hopkins, man. It's like shit. It's like when Jerry Rice, he left from the San Francisco 49ers and they went to the Oakland Raiders. He went to they went to the Super Bowl that year.
Yep.
Or in 2002. Like he's going to go to a Super Bowl contending team.
The only hope I'm writing on is that the Chiefs, even though it's all fake, the Chiefs are $1 million in the red, 1.7 million in the red in cap space.
They can work that out. That's easy.
I mean, obviously, it's easy, and the Bills are not far behind them. They're just under $1 million.
Okay,
so that's the hope I'm riding on. But I mean, if D-Hops is willing to get like the veteran minimum, that's all obsolete.
Yes, and if they really want him, they'll figure out a way to make cap space.
Yeah.
If they really want him. Because D-Hop is still really fucking good. He was great last year when he played. I mean, he was injured, but like when he was playing, he was really
he was also suspended.
I'm sorry, he was suspended. That's right.
Yep.
When he was playing, he was really fucking good.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I mean, he's good.
He's basically like he's in like a cast of a group of receivers. So like I put him in the same group as like Larry Fitzgerald, Andre Johnson, Julio Jones, like that's
Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson. That's a group of very elite wide receivers, like just big guys that are just amazing at route running and catching the ball. That's what I put him in.
They're the elite number one receivers.
Yes, the elite number one receivers. I agree. But but here's the thing. I also I wouldn't put Justin Jefferson up there because they're not the same frame. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, different style.
Different style. Okay, I guess that's the style I mean. Like just big, really good route running, great hands wide receivers.
It's like the ideal NFL prospect for a wide receiver. You know,
correct.
Big, fast wide receiver.
Like,
I mean,
Jefferson's great. He's awesome route runner. He's fast. He's got great hands, but he's not as big.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, what his size was, I'm looking it up right now, but it's not as big. He is
Yeah, because he's kind of short too.
6'1".
Oh, never mind. He's
Not short.
So he's
but
not 6'4", 6'5", like Calvin Johnson and all.
It's like those 6'3", 6'4" type of receivers that can run the field. That's what you want as a number one receiver. Like
Yes,
that's your ideal. But like, hey, your Odell Beckham Jr.'s who's like 6 foot or something like that. They can do well, but it's
you want the tall receiver that makes a quote unquote 50-50 ball more like a 75-25 ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's where D-Hop is, and honestly, wherever he lands, he's going to fucking thrive. I saw the Jets being thrown out there.
Those are the dark horses. Right now, what I'm hearing, the Jets and the Browns.
The Brown? Oh, yeah, I did. He actually, I think because he showed, like, openness to joining the Browns.
Yeah, well, because remember, he had his criteria. That he wants to be at a good defense, so he doesn't have to do everything.
Correct. Fair. You've been at fucking Houston and Arizona.
Yes, he wants to be at a Super Bowl contender, which obviously in the end of his career hasn't been on really great teams, so that makes sense. But then the last one is the key one here: a QB that loves the game.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, that's a shot to Kyler Murray because apparently he loves playing the video game more than he actually likes the game.
But he actually. So, on contrary, he actually loves the game more than other QBs.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this. He does. He actually does like playing the game more than any other QB.
He's just like
who is in the game.
Yeah, he's just so like
it's like out of the box.
Yeah, out of the box thinking. Yeah, that D-Hop just doesn't understand.
Okay, yeah. So D-Hop he doesn't quite get. He's not on Kyler Murray's level mentally.
Yeah. He's, Kyler Murray's Gen Z thinking, and D-Hop's still millennial. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm good with technology, but I'm not fully invested in technology. And
good with technology, just not good at technology.
Yeah, and Kyler Murray's like, I am in the virtual reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, now the Super Bowl, that's where the Browns thing kind of confuses me because I don't think they're built for a Super Bowl. Like, I don't think they're gonna win next year. Like, I don't think they're gonna be. I don't even know if they're gonna win They're not gonna win the AFC North. They're gonna be in a fight for a wild card next year because I think the Bengals are gonna win the AFC North, and I think the Steelers and the Ravens are both gonna be putting up a fight.
Yeah.
Especially that now that they got Lamar Jackson paid, they got fucking Zay Flowers, they got all these guys, and they're really good. Like,
got OBJ.
They got OBJ. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Jeez, I gotta keep reminding myself. Like, the Cleveland Browns could easily be fourth in the AFC next year. Like, that's a real possibility. So I don't know why they're even an option.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their quarterback loves the game and loves massages, so.
True. Who's their GM? Who's Cleveland's GM? Because I need to know this because he managed to get people like Odell Beckham Jr. He managed to get people like Deshaun Watson. Managed to get like people like DeAndre Hopkins interested in the Browns.
Andrew Berry.
Okay. How long has he been the Browns GM?
Well, he's only 36 years old.
So probably not that long.
I wouldn't say too long. But he graduated from Harvard University.
Nice.
So he's incredibly smart.
Yeah.
And was hired on the vice president, second stint with them since January 2020.
Okay. Was that the OBJ years?
I had to be close to it. I don't think he's very far off from.
No, because OBJ was on the 2020 Rams. Yeah, he was on the 2020 Rams.
Was he? I mean, he's only played for the Rams since last year and the year before 2021.
Right. Oh yeah. That's what I meant. The 2021. He might have recruited OBJ too, because he's gotten a bunch of people. Let's put it that way. He's gotten a bunch of people, and he's put together. He kept Myles Garrett there too. So like
he was at Cleveland.
Yeah. So this guy Andrew Berry. You said Andrew Berry.
Andrew Berry.
This guy knows how to fucking recruit. This guy knows how to get people because
actually he was there at 2019. 2019. So OBJ was there a little bit before.
Oh, before. Okay. Oh, well, that completely throws my fucking theory. But either way, he's
a smart guy.
He's a smart guy, and he's got DeAndre Hopkins interested. I just like if the Kansas City Chiefs get him, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
You're just making such an argument for other teams to get him, just so you don't have to see him on the Chiefs.
Well, because think about it, they won the fucking Super Bowl with Juju Smith-Schuster as their number one wide receiver, and then they're gonna trade him. Well, not trade him, but like exchange him essentially for DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep.
What's gonna stop them from winning another Super Bowl?
Yep.
Josh Allen and the Bills. For some reason, they get really inconsistent late in the year.
So I have my JMO, my opinion on two teams that he could be a dark horse for. Just to settle you down a little bit. I knew you were getting hot.
I was getting really hot.
You were getting hot. So to settle you down a little bit, I think the Ravens could be a dark horse.
How? They have Zay Flowers and OBJ and whoever the fuck they had on the team. Well,
Rashad Bateman.
Rashad Bateman. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind.
I mean, you just put another weapon. Why say no to DeAndre Hopkins? They have a good defense. Yeah. They have Lamar Jackson, who loves Baltimore now.
Yeah, but he can't really throw.
I mean, a lot of people...
He's not very good at throwing.
Well, I mean, he's a black quarterback, so he gets along with other wide receivers very well. So...
And he can run.
So...
And he loves the game.
He does love the game.
He does love the game.
I mean, he didn't say he had to throw. He just wanted a quarterback that loved the game.
That's true. That was not in his stipulations. Okay,
yeah,
that's fair.
He just has to love the game.
Lamar Jackson loves the game.
And now that he got paid, he loves the game.
He loves it even more.
Yeah.
He loves it so much he didn't even fucking hire an agent. He wanted to do it all himself. He wanted every single bit of the NFL to be put into his control.
Yes.
That's how much he loves the game.
And then my other dark horse is the Saints.
Oh, no, because Michael Thomas is going to be the fucking... Michael Thomas is our kryptonite.
It will be.
He's going to be the reason we fucking lose.
Well, I think if we made a run at him, we heard something about Michael Thomas that he's not going to be fully healthy this year.
Of course not. Wow, that's a shocker.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if we did, that would be... I feel like that would go hand in hand.
Oh, you're saying if we did.
If we did, sign DeAndre Hopkins, we probably had some news. Just like when we signed Jamal Williams. We did that because there's potential suspension on Alvin Kamara.
Correct. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we have Jamal Williams.
So
much fun. Okay, so Saints being a dark horse team, do we? I mean, I know we don't have cap space, but in Loomis we trust. So like I don't put it past him.
They did clear out some cap space for this year. They've got $11 million over the cap space right now.
How on God's green earth do we have $11 million to spend? Mickey Loomis.
I don't know. I don't understand the cap space enough to know that answer, but I do know that we are god awful next year.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I got you.
We are 61 million in the red.
Got it. Okay.
So, yeah. So, everything that we did this year is just being thrown next year.
Got it. Yep. So, we're all in on this year.
Yes.
Good. Hey, I've already kind of convinced myself that we're going to win. Like, you and I have been going through the motions of convincing, like every sports fan does. You have to. How do you get up and watch your team every Sunday if you don't convince yourself that they're going to win that game?
Yeah.
What do you wake up and you're just like, oh, yeah, we're going to lose this game. Let's watch it.
Well, Joseph Greenwood, I forgot what exactly, if it's word or wood.
It's going to be Greenwood.
Yeah, Greenwood. He basically revitalized the actual strategy, the Ricky Bobby strategy that, I mean, you either get first or you're going to crash into the wall.
That's kind of how the NFL teams have been going this year. The 2021 LA Rams.
Yes.
Like if you ain't first, you're last.
So he brought back that.
Yeah.
He brought it back. So with his Indy 500.
Yeah. Maybe Talladega Nights was just a movie way before its time.
Way before its time.
Yeah. If you ain't first, you're last.
I mean, because the thing is like we're ADHD, so we don't really care about the future. We care about now.
What if we're all just really high? Because you remember, like, Ricky Bobby's dad, when he said that, he was like, hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that. You can be second, third, fourth. Hell, you can even be fifth. What if we're all just really high?
We could be. We could
We're
be.
just really fucking doped up.
Actually, you know what? I think the marijuana usage right now is at an all-time high. So
You
that
know-
actually could be correct.
You know, you can hit DMT from a pen. They have DMT pens.
That's pretty crazy.
Wild. You know how I learned that from?
How?
Young Gravy.
Oh, of course.
Young Gravy hits DMT from pens.
Yeah, he's educating us.
No, he's just teaching us how to bang moms. It's great.
True. Zach Wilson's his favorite student.
Yes, he taught him well. Anyways, you got anything else on the NFL?
No, I think we've gotten sidetracked like 20 different times.
No, it's okay. We got ADHD. We're all on drugs. All right, let's talk a little golf here. So Brooks Koepka, not last weekend, but the weekend before, won the PGA Championship and celebrated it well. He went to the Panthers game. He's a big Panthers fan.
Big Florida Panthers fan.
Big Florida Panthers fan.
Also Miami Heat.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, he's a Miami guy. He's a South Florida guy.
South Florida.
He went to the Panthers game on Monday, I believe. Went to the Heat game on Tuesday, and then the Panthers game again on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And we got a nice visual of him at the Panthers game on Wednesday.
Yes.
And he, how would you say this delicately?
Straight cheesing.
He was cheesing, but like, you know how you can see the white all around your eye. So like when you like you're really wide-eyed. Mm-hmm. You know, you can see the white all around your what's the pupils and the shit around it.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you can. He was showing the white around his eyes.
Yes.
He had the crazy eyes. I'm not gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna imply that he was doing anything. You could just see the white all around his eyes.
And also, like, you could tell with his face, he was, like, trying to look like he was normal. So, like, if you blocked off his eyes and just showed his mouth, it would look like he was smiling. But if you blocked off his mouth and showed his eyes, it would look like he's psychotic.
Yeah, it's that
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother thing. You know, you look at the eyes, fucking crazy. You look at the mouth, normal.
Normal, yes.
I'm just gonna throw this out there too. Miami might be the cocaine capital of America.
It might be?
It might be.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brooks was just having fun, and that probably has nothing to do with the fact that he missed this golf tournament that next weekend because he was late for a flight, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite part of this entire fucking story.
Well, he missed his flight, the original flight to go over.
Yeah. No, he made it over there.
He did make it over there eventually, and actually end up shooting. What was it? End up scoring 5 under after 3 rounds and placing 14th out of 48.
The guy's a fucking. I love Brooks as much as I hate Brooks.
Yeah.
He just doesn't give a shit, but he's just that fucking good.
He's just that good, yeah.
He just does blow and fucking drinks with his boys. You saw he had videos of him like drinking out of the cup. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pouring as many beers as they could in it. Like that's just that's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, I mean he's doing everything that we'd want to do.
Yeah, he's living our dream. That's why I'm mad at him.
Yes.
Like I want to be him so bad that I get mad at him.
That you get mad at him. Yeah.
So all right. Anyways. Enough about Brooks. We got man crushes on Brooke.
Yep.
Hockle. It's been a while. We're going on an hour. Hockey final preview. Panthers versus Golden Knights. We're all sleeping on South Florida, man. I'm gonna go like everybody's saying Golden Knights. I'm gonna go Golden Knights in 5, but like South Florida's doing something.
So you mean this is the exact equivalent of the NBA Finals?
Kind of. I mean, it's close.
Like Golden Knights are the Juggernaut, and Florida Panthers
the underdog.
Are the underdogs?
Yeah, it's the same thing as the NBA. We literally have the exact same finals.
Yeah, they're just reflective of each other.
Yeah, and they're both like Colorado and Vegas are very close to to similar locations.
They're west.
They're west. somewhere out there. I
Yeah,
don't
there's
know.
just somewhere. We don't know, being from the South, we don't know exactly what's out there.
That's
we just know they're west.
Like, it's just Midwest and West, and like Midwest and West, they kind of like blend together.
Yes.
Basically, once you pass the Louisiana Purchase line, you're out west.
Yes.
That's it. That's all. That's just how we know. That's all we know.
Yeah.
We're educated, but we just don't care to learn.
Yeah, we don't care. That's it.
That's it. We just don't care. So yeah, I got the Golden Knights in 5.
I would have to say I had, because I had thought of this one, but I didn't actually write it down. But I've got the Golden Knights in 6.
Okay. I hope it goes to Game 7. Game 7 hockey is the best game of all time.
Well, yeah, we have talked about that, but I think Game 7 for like any like championship.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
the best.
Like if I had to pick the Super Bowl, Game 7 in MLB, NHL, NBA, I'd pick the Game 7 of the NHL out of all of those.
Okay,
For sure.
interesting.
Yeah. So, you got anything else, man?
I think that wraps it up.
All right. We will see y'all next week.
Later. Later.